I'm gonna just put you there. So, Mikey, you put in a special request from some F1 race, from some F1 racing. There were three players that were three drivers. I can't players, drivers. I'm still getting used to the language. So three drivers that were disqualified from the Chinese Grand Prix. It was Charles Leclerc. I could be saying that wrong.
You say Leclerc.
Lewis Hamilton, and Pierre Gasly.
Yep.
Mikey, what's your issue with this, man? Let them know why you are putting Ferrari F1 in the doghouse, mainly their engineering.
Ferrari F1. All right. These guys are getting put in the doghouse this week because it seems like not seems like, this is actually a reality. Time and time again, they're doing, good things. They're making great strides, taking 2 steps forward, and then some stupid decision they're making or calculations they're making with the cars or to pit crew, whatever in the past. This dates back to even before, Hamilton was on the team. It was Sainz and Leclerc last year, if in the years previous, if you guys recall. They make these mistakes that cost that they should not be making. Like this past race, the Chinese Grand Prix, there's no reason why these 2 capable drivers, championship caliber drivers in constructors, should be disqualified from the race. That is inexcusable. You have these techs, their job is to drive, right? They give the feedback to these techs, to these, people who are doing the numbers, people who are, putting the tech with the car, with the arrow, with everything, so they can drive how, it's just them and they can drive their fastest.
All right.
People are over calculating and, or under calculating, whichever way you want to put it, the tech with these cars. Now, for Hamilton, it was the skid block for the rear. They had a breach on too thin, or was it too thick? I think it was either or. It wasn't the right criteria.
I think from what I saw, they said it was too thin. It wasn't.
Thin, yes. So, and then Charles Leclerc dealt with the same thing where it was like he had to wait. He was underweight too. Now, that goes on those guys. They should be taking care of this and being at the right regulation, be sure that they're at the right regulations and rules and following all of that before the race even happens, so we don't have these issues. Now these guys are disqualified. They're not in the points. They were 5 and 6. That was good for them. And it's unfortunate. It's very disappointing because I'm a Hamilton guy. I like Hamilton. Obviously, Lando. Lando did his with Piastri again. P1. Congrats to those guys. McLaren. But looking at Hamilton, I'm like, you guys bring this guy known for winning to this team, and now you have these inexcusable mishaps happening. Why?
I wish I could give you the answer, Mikey, because I don't know. I don't understand it either. These guys get paid to pretty much make sure that they're set, make sure that they got everything right. They're the analytics of if you think of they're the analytics part of the F1 driving. They're supposed to make sure all the numbers and everything is good. Yeah. So if you're relying on the analytics, you gotta get it together. I shouldn't be having to come in here and I'm getting disqualified for something you messed up.
Exactly.
So,
and I remember we had talked about that. You were like, well, shouldn't the engineers get the penalty? They get the fine? And it's like, it doesn't work like that in this sport. It's a team thing. So if these guys mess up, everybody pays the price. The races that don't work, the time, in the sprint, Hamilton was P1. Obviously he didn't have too good of a quali, and then back down, but he worked his way back into it, and just to be disqualified, and come on, man.
Yeah, it's almost like It's almost like
Go ahead.
it's a waste of sprint because Lewis originally won the Shanghai sprint over Max. So it's like all the effort was there put for nothing.
Exactly. And even Leclerc had a winglet. I don't know if you saw the race, but he had a broken winglet the whole race, and he had pace. He was racing. He was racing his tail off. He had even, he got. And that's another thing I want to get into with Ferrari and why he should be in the doghouse this week, because Leclerc had pace with Hamilton and he was following him so closely. He could have passed him, but we're like, oh yeah, just give Leclerc the position, right? And then even Leclerc was like, why? We have a pace. What are you guys doing? Like, that's unfortunate. Now Hamilton's back here. He's fighting, whatever. You got Max catching up over. They both have the same age on their tires, both on hards. They made Hamilton fit in while Max stayed out. They did a true pit.
Mikey, I don't know if you want to go this route, but I might got a theory. Mikey. I don't know. I think they're trying to do whatever they can to make sure Max is in position to win. I don't know. I mean,
it's been Max's time the past few years. Hats off to him. He's a hell of a driver. I'm not a fan for him. I have my various reasons. But it's time. Even my friends that I know, I'm talking to them and they want to see, even the Max Verstappen fans, some of them, they want to see something new. They're voting for somebody who want to Lando do it. They want to see, you know what I'm saying? And or Hamilton do it again, now that he's in red.
Yeah, that happens in sports all the time. It just happened with the Chiefs this year. People were tired of seeing them win. It's like, look, we need somebody else to win. It happened in basketball. Exactly. Happened in basketball with the Lakers back in the day. Like, all right, we need somebody else to win. It happens with the Warriors. With Steph,
Warriors,
people was like, all right, man, we need somebody else to win. So, it's the same thing, man. So they just tired of seeing the same people win. You got to give people another chance to win.
Yeah, I agree. And you want to see somebody. You want to see more competition, and with the grid shaking up this year with all these rookies and everything, it seems like it's been more, it's more entertaining and more fun to watch than just watching a Max show. Because nobody wants to sit here and watch the Max show. What's it been like 2, 3, 4, 3 years now, 4 years, whatever? Nobody wants to see it in another year. So we want to, level out the playing field and, see what these great drivers have to offer and see, where they take it in constructors and who can actually become the constructor champion this year.
Reminds me a little bit of Jimmy Johnson in NASCAR. I remember he used to win a lot, and people were like, all right, come on. We need somebody else to win.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
I guess somebody else a chance.
Yep. That's my take on it. Until Ferrari as a whole, as a team, until they get it together, you gotta be in the doghouse. And I know it's only the second race. But there's no excuses. They were making careless mistakes last year too when Sainz was there, and now that he's with Williams, you got Hamilton that's even more capable of, and Sainz is a great driver. I'm not taking away from Sainz, but you got Hamilton, championship caliber, obviously driver, has many championships under his belt, and you can't be making mistakes like that, man. It's there's no excuse.
Hey, look, y'all heard it from Mikey, man. He said, even though it's a second race, this is something that was glaring last year, and it's happening again now. So Ferrari's engineering team, just to let you know, it's not my choice to put you in here, but I'm gonna honor one of my subscribers. I'm gonna honor one of my guys. He said that you guys are not doing your job. So guess what? You know where you're going. You get the call that everyone else gets. Welcome to the doghouse.
My guy, you in the doghouse.
And Mikey, I know you said that this is, you only wanted to come